and he has a path to being an influential, maybe the swing person, but not the winner. I've said to people for 5 months, I could imagine getting past Trump, or I could imagine getting past Cruz, but how do you get past both of them? They have, and I wrote this last week at Gingrich Productions in one of our newsletters, between them they've gotten something like 80% of the vote.
In other words, you're saying that there could be a unity ticket in the end.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, you have a couple options. In the end, Trump could win outright. He's the only one who has a shot at actually winning outright.
You don't think Cruz has a shot?
Well, I mean, Trump would have to collapse, and we have no evidence of. I mean, when you look at, we'll find out more tomorrow night, but we have no evidence right now of Trump collapsing. In fact, in Florida, he seems to be gaining ground. The polling numbers have him ahead in Illinois and North Carolina and Missouri, and tied with Kasich in Ohio. So let's say that he loses Ohio, he does reasonably well proportionally in Missouri, Illinois, and North Carolina, and he wins Florida, which is a winner-take-all state. He's going to have a huge net number of additional delegates by the end of tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. And if that happens, Cruz can catch up, and certainly Cruz is a very hard worker. He's very smart. He's gone out and organized places that others haven't. He went to Idaho. His father went to Idaho, and they did very well. They swept the delegates, so he's picking off little places. But right now, I would guess the odds are that you're going to have Trump probably somewhere between 40 and 50%, maybe not quite to 50, but above 40. You're going to have Cruz above 30, maybe 35. And then the question becomes, one, can Trump just pick up the extra delegates, because you're going to have Carson's votes and you're going to have Kasich's votes and you're going to have Rubio's votes sitting out there.
You see, but I don't think if Kasich wins Ohio, he's in.
Right.
And here's the thing, and by all indications, Rubio's going to lose Florida, but here's the dynamic that's going on now. You've got Mitt Romney making robocalls for Kasich in Ohio and robocalls for Rubio in Florida.
Which, by the way, is hurting both Kasich and Rubio.
I don't think it helps them.
No, I mean, look, this is mindless. And you saw it happen last week. Rubio began to collapse the minute Mitt Romney said something nice about him. Because Romney's the personification of the old order. And people, Romney hurts anybody he stands near because he became radioactive. His speech against Trump was so vituperative and so mean-spirited and so personal that it just reminded people, not only did he lose, but he's a bad loser. And I say that sadly. Mitt would have been much better off to have had a dignified speech saying, here are my principal disagreements. And I just think that, in fact, had Kasich or Rubio asked me, I would have said to him, don't let him do this, because a robocall from Mitt Romney, I had a woman in Alabama say to me, she's in her 70s and she was a moderate and very sophisticated, she said to me, the minute Romney came out, I knew which side I was on. I'm tired of losing. I mean, that's the effect he's having on the Republican base.
Yeah,